I am Kasa Usagi, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. I forgot my own opening, but I know I say Usagi very long. So before we start off with all the things that we need to do, we are gonna go do the event, because I do not want to miss it. I think we might miss it if we wait another week. I have no idea how long it goes. Let me pop into the live stream chat. Hello, Q.
Hello.
Hello, you are quiet again.
What's up?
We are going to do the Make It Rain campaign first.
Okie dokie.
Which starts in Ul'dah. It's right in front of, like,
in Ul'dah.
Yeah?
And I went all the way back to Reverend Soul.
We're not doing, we probably aren't going to do story today, so.
I guess.
I think Gobbies are going to take us. It's Gobbies and, the trial. It's the end of the Gobby story and the, second trial. Of the, Warring Triad. There you are. We're going to talk to Ollier. Ollier is in need of a helping hand. Beg pardon, my good madam, but I might ask your assistance with a matter most grave. My name is Ollier, and I have the pleasure and honor of serving as one of Lord Mirandaville's earnest attendants at the Gold Saucer. Just between you and me, I must confess that we're dealing with a bit of a situation at the moment. It appears that a robbery has taken place in the Saucer's hollowed halls. Why, the Brass Blades are investigating even as we speak. And as if that weren't bad enough, one of my closest friends and colleagues from among the Saucer staff has been named the prime suspect. I can assure you that he is absolutely innocent of all charges. Why, the man wouldn't even think of committing the crime. That said, we are sadly lacking in incontrovertible evidence to that end, which is where you come in. Or at least where I hope you come in. What say you, my friend? I realize the request is sudden, but you might be so kind as to entertain me? Thank you, good madam. In that case, pray accompany me to the Mandeville Lounge, that I might explain to you the situation in full detail. I love this fucking saxophone that is constantly in my ears. Do you have the teleport to the Gold Saucer?
Do. But I could also just hitch a ride on yours.
I had a moment where I wasn't sure if I actually had the Gold Saucer unlocked, but I had to because I had to get my ears. We spent an entire stream getting rabbit ears, scraping up all the MGP. So it is the Make It Rain campaign, which means that there's a bonus of MGP and whatnot. Thank you so much for coming, my friend. Your offer of assistance means the world to me. Look over there. There you will see my dear friend Hugh in the process of being unceremoniously and briskly interrogated by those boorish Brass Blades. You there, can't you see we're in the middle of an investigation? I'd serve you well not to interfere. Now, who said anything about interfering? Welcome, dear guests, to the Gold Saucer. I'm Roland, and I have the honor of overseeing day-to-day operations here in Lord Mandeville's stead. Now, if I might ask, whatever brings you here today? I see. In that event, your assistance in this matter is indeed most welcome. I trust my man Ollier has apprised you on the details of the case? Pray forgive me, Master Roland. I was just getting to that. A short while ago, an invaluable Sabotender Emperador horn was stolen from the prize vault just behind our main counter. Needless to say, the area is guarded heavily and strictly off limits to all customers. So it was that, naturally, the staff came under suspicion, in particular poor Hugh, who had the misfortune of being one man manning the prize and exchange booth at the precise time of the theft. My friend swears he is innocent, of course, and a more honest man I have never known. In the absence of any evidence to the contrary, or any lead suggesting another possibility, the Brass Blades have all but assumed that he is the culprit. You see, Although he's a most diligent worker and beloved by his peers, truth be told, it appears he was arrested for petty theft once years ago. Still, that's no reason to assume he's to blame this time. It's concessionable, I tell you. What if they persist with their interrogation? I fear Hugh will be coerced to confess to a crime he never committed. Oh, is there nothing that can be done? I too can speak for Hugh's character. The man would sooner lop off his own head than steal even a single gill. Might we ask you to look into the matter and glean what evidence you may, that we might prove our trusted employee innocent of any wrongdoing? You have my gratitude. I will speak to the Brass Blades and inform them that you have full permission to conduct your own investigation of the premises. And with that, I must return to my duties. I assume the matter is in good hands with you, Ollier? Sir, I am but a simple dancer. So they're talking about the stolen item, the Sabatendor horn. That is the most expensive item you can buy in the Gold Saucer, and it costs 2 million MGP.
Oh my.
Also,
it seems pretty dumb to steal something when you're the only man on duty.
yeah.
So I don't know if they think it's him.
The Brass Blades are cops. So. Before I forget, I want you to have this. If you come across evidence or anything of interest in your search, pray record it to in this inspector's journal. Should you ever find yourself at a loss, you may find it helpful to review what you have already learned. And with that, I do believe you have all you need to get started. If I might offer a word of advice, why not begin by questioning the rather flustered-looking fellow over there? You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. I was tasked with selling mini cockpack tickets and was standing beside the counter at the time of the crime. To think that something like this could happen here at the Gold Saucer. I said the same to Captain Dwellis and Pipima. They're the two Brass Blades officers questioning Hugh over there, but I don't recall anything out of the ordinary at the time. It's festival season, of course, which means our halls are even more packed with customers than usual, but other than that, I can't think of anything worthy of note. Yet I guarantee you no unauthorized persons were allowed to slip behind the counter. From my vantage point, I would have noticed in an instant if that were the case. Unsure whether or not this information you have gleaned will avail you, you nonetheless choose to record it in your journal.
Have you tricked me to doing Hildebrand?
No, I have not. I promise. Well, did you record the So any Gold Saucer quests will have mentions of the Mandervilles because it is owned by the Mandervilles. But for Make It Rain, you very rarely see the Manderville, and you never see Hildebrand. Because if you've never done the quest line, it doesn't make sense for him to be here. But Guildford Manderville will always be about because this is his place. Oh, well, did you record the man's testimony in your journal? Excellent. Keep asking around, and you're sure to arrive at a truth behind the incident in due time, and then, at long last, poor Hugh's innocence will be proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Should you choose to undertake this quest, note that the guidance from the journal, duty list, and map will be limited, and you will need to read the text carefully to decipher the clues to determine your course of action. Scattered throughout the Gold Saucer are clues that will aid you in uncovering the identity of the thief. Obtain them by speaking to the denizens of customers of the Gold Saucer and investigating any suspicious items or locations. All information gleaned and you acquire may be reviewed at any time by checking your inspector's journal, which can be accessed at any time from the Key Items menu. Use your resources well and see that the true culprit is brought to justice for their crimes. When you believe you've gathered all the information needed to crack the case, speak with Ollier. From there, you will have a chance to share your deductions and prove the accused innocent. Oh, beans. This is very involved. It's time to hunt for clues.
I don't even know where to start.
I have no idea where to start. I'll talk to Brass Blades. they're not usually here. You inquire? What's up?
where did you go?
I went to, you can follow my dot. You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. Around the time the robbery happened, I was just getting off active duty. I had a mind to go to the chocobo races with Pipiyama, so I gave him a yell, but would you believe it? He just walked off to the racetrack as if he never heard me. Pipiyama, you say? I heard his brother was known to place a few coins on the birds from time to time, but never knew Pipiyama had an interest as well. Still, for a friendly chap like old Pipiyama to just ignore you like that, reckon he must have had a big bet on his mind, eh? Unsure whether or not your information you have gleaned will avail you, you nevertheless choose to record it in your journal.
So where exactly was the thing stolen? Was it from the upstairs, or is that where he was being interrogated?
That's where he was being interrogated. If you want to know where it was stolen, it's going to be in the main prize center, I imagine. It's the only place that makes sense, so it's straight ahead. But we should definitely talk to Brass Blade soldiers. You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. The investigation? Ha! Well, we already know that sorry wretch named Hugh did it. I've got more interesting things to think about. Say, have you heard any good rumors lately? Pamia flat out ignored a friendly invitation and went off to the chocobo races alone, you say? That's something you don't hear every day. Never known the man to say no to anyone. Why, at one time, a new recruit started calling him Maya Pippi, and he didn't even bat an eyelash. On the contrary, he just went along with it like it was his new favorite nickname. Since then, all the newcomers have taken to calling him Master Maya Pippi, and Pipiyama's as happy as a chocobo getting scratched behind the ears. They think he turned a deaf ear to one of his subordinates. That's a juicy rumor if I've ever heard one. Unsure whether or not this information you have gleaned will avail you, you nevertheless choose to record it in your journal. Cheery customer? See, I don't know who's usually here and who isn't. Oh. You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. That hearing attendant, you say. If I recall, he left his post for a time to escort a customer someplace or another. Thought it was odd to see no one manning the counter, but I suppose it happens from time to time. Or perhaps not. We definitely want to go to the chocobo races. I kind of want to look and see.
Oh, there's a choice location right here. With glowy dust.
Oh, nice. Good eye. Carefully survey the area. You have the sense that something currently hidden to your gaze is visible from a different angle, or are you simply imagining things? So we want to find a different angle. Oh, is this the same angle? I believe you, Sprightly. You have the sense that something currently hidden to your gaze is visible. Oh, it was the same angle. Okay. I got distracted. Did you find another choice location?
I didn't. I did a whole loop trying to find a new choice location. It was just like the inner loop, so I'll do an outer loop.
Nothing going on in Triple Triad Land. Oh, a lot of fucking people here. I wonder if something happens over here. It's difficult to see. There's an attendant you can talk to in the green circle.
Okay.
You inquire regarding the information potentially related to the incident in question. Have you met Peppy Emmett? He's one of the brass blades investigating the theft for us, but he's no stranger to the gold saucer. Why, I've seen him at the chocobo races more than once. You sure that's not his brother? There's a splitting image of each other, and I hear it's the brother who's a regular patron here. They say you can rack up the MGP like you wouldn't believe. His brother, you say? Why, I didn't even know he had a brother. From what I saw, they could almost be twins. Ha! Someone needs to get around a bit more, it seems. Anyhow, the brother's a regular here, if I ever saw one. Seeing that sheer, single-minded devotion with which he attacks those games, I reckon he's got eyes on an exclusive prize. Okay, so it definitely sounds like the brother... There's twins-ish, and the brother dressed up as the other one.
It was the brass blades all along.
It's always the fucking brass blades, man. They're the literal worst. Right, I'm gonna go to Red Room. There's a man named Heston. What do you have to say? Oh, you're not anybody special. Moving along then. Oh, there's a brass blades recruit down there. God dang it. Ugh. I wouldn't imagine so. You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. Oh, I already saw this. Oh, I already read this. Okay. I will go upstairs. I can't imagine there was any information on the jumping puzzle island. That would be crazy.
I didn't look too far into it, because I didn't realize it was a jumping puzzle, and I fell off immediately. I'm like, can't be bothered.
That's fair. And I think the only place I haven't really scoured is the yellow area. I think I just immediately left. And then we have to go to the chocobo place, because there will definitely be something there. No one will stop talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. Given its sheer size, we believe the thief has hidden the stolen somewhere around the premises until such time they can arrange to smuggle it out. Though for the life of me, I can't find the goddamn thing anywhere. Ooh.
Interesting.
Maybe they did hide it in a jumping puzzle. I genuinely don't see anything up here, so.
races.
Yes, chocobo. Do you know how to get to the chocobo races?
I have no clue.
Alright, we need to head to the blue room. And we talk to the lift operator. Simcock? Fantastic. So this is where minions fight. This is the minion fighting simulator. It's terrible. Genuinely awful. I have done every level. I sent out a bunch of little Osh fonts and called it a day.
Hey there, Shark.
So now you can just teleport up here. I would be shocked if there's no one here. There really isn't, huh? Oh, it's Joseph. Do you know what he's a reference to?
Jojo?
No.
Oh.
So Joseph, you've watched me play a lot of Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if you ever watched me do chocobo races, but there was a man named Joe. He was dressed differently than everybody else. He had a red coat and a black kind of top hat. And he rode a black chocobo and was the hardest racer to beat. Because his chocobo is so good. And that's who this is supposed to be. And I think that's neat. That's why he's like, oh, have I met you before? Maybe not. It's very good. Alright, so there's no clues up here. I'm shocked that there's no clues up here. What do we do? I feel like we're missing a lot. Let me see if I can... if I can give this guy more rumors. Investigation. Friendly invitation. Nope. There was an awful lot of people at the gate thing, and I don't know if it's because... of the event, or because it's part of the quest. I'm gonna break party for just a second. I think it would be crazy.
I'll do the jumping puzzle then.
Alright.
Divide and conquer.
Krista, bronze. Well,
Oh my.
no, I was trying to just jump back. I was just trying to jump back down. I had gotten the hard ones. I missed the easy one. I walked right past it.
There's nothing at the top of the thing.
Okay, thank you. I'm missing 2 silvers still. There's the one. I thought I could get it from here. That one. No, yeah, we know. That's what we've been doing. We can't seem to find any more evidence, so we're just wondering if we've got it all.
Oh, I'm certain we haven't.
Just the gold left. Oh, I almost overshot it. No. So easy to accidentally overshoot. Ooh. First try. Yeah, I don't think there was any evidence here. I thought that would be crazy, but the amount of people that were here made me suspicious. Oh, no. We're looking for evidence. And the amount of people here made me suspect. Oh, I see. Nothing here. People just vibing. Notes from a crime scene. Testimony from a witness. Notes from a conversation with a breast blast blade. lot of notes for what it's worth. We're only missing one note, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just wanted to know how many there were. We are missing one.
On the big room with the stage, there's somebody upstairs that we can talk to.
With the stage with the presents, or
No, the blank glowing stage.
Oh, okay.
I think the red room. I think it is.
Yep. Okay.
And he's upstairs.
Upstairs. It's probably our last one. I thought I ran around upstairs. Is he by the cacti?
I think so. If you can find my little dot, that's where I am. He's the frantic
Oh, the
attendant.
frantic attendant, yeah. I didn't look in the cactpot hard enough. I just must have missed him. You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. Oh, whatever to do, whatever to do. The Lalafin attendant seems terribly flustered and not particularly inclined to carry on a conversation. Perhaps if you knew precisely what has him in such a huff, he might be persuaded to listen. Is that not what a Lalafin is? Soothe? We have to talk to somebody else before we can talk to him.
Womp.
Oh, I bet we have to re-talk to people. Because some people won't have information unless... Because remember that one guy, the one brass blade? We talked to someone who knew the information about the chocobo racing first, and that's why he was talking about chocobo racing. So I bet we have to re-talk to people.
Want to be my friend?
Yes.
So we can find each other easier.
Yeah.
Breastblade recruits. Right behind you.
I don't... These were the ones that had the original information. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we talked to them first. They're the ones with the chocobo information. And I've talked to them a second time. By accident. Question. No, same information. Yeah, anxious attendant doesn't have anything new.
Everything you can know from this place.
Brisk attendant doesn't have anything new.
The people in the green room have nothing new.
Alright, I'm gonna head to blue. Blabbering Bass Blade we also talked to again, and he doesn't have anything new. Cheery customer doesn't have anything new. Who are we missing? Oh, I found someone we missed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's in the red. They're hidden back here. You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. Have I noticed anything out of the ordinary, you ask? Well, now that you mention it, I doubt it has anything to do with the incident, but my colleague who works at the CAC board mentioned that his uniform had gone missing. I could scarce believe it. The man's a veteran and as careful as anyone I know. We instructed the guard to guard. We're instructed to guard those outfits with our lives, you know? If my colleague doesn't find his soon, Master Roland is like to give him a chewing out like he'd never believe. Now we can go talk to that other one.
Yeah.
I bet he's the one that's missing his outfit. You inquire about the missing uniform. Shush! Have you lost your wit? Don't say it out loud. If anyone heard that I'd misplaced my uniform, why, there'd be hells to... Oh, I should probably quiet down myself. Needless to say, those uniforms are issued to official Gold Style 6 staff alone. When not wearing them, we're instructed to guard them as our lives depended on it. If it were to get out that I lost mine, just before I checked with the cleaning staff to make sure it wasn't accidentally disposed of somehow, the man said he'd seen nothing, nor have any articles of clothing been delivered to the lost and found. Oh, wherever could my uniform have gone? Your search has yielded all the pieces of the puzzle. It is now up to you to put them together. Alright, I've already figured it out. It's a Lalafell, which I could have told you from the beginning. A Lalafell. That's not racist. No one here that has played this game would be surprised that a Lalafell had done this.
Why's it gotta be a Lalafell, huh?
It's always a Lalafell.
Why did you have to assume?
They're so
at the
shitty.
beginning?
They're the schemiest, shittiest little bastards.
Where you going?
I'm gathering the rock.
I thought I already had this rock.
Ah, there you are. Observing from afar, I couldn't help but notice just how thorough you've been in your investigation. Pray tell, do you believe you've arrived at the truth? Absolutely. The conclusion of this quest will differ depending on the choices you make in the following sequence. However, the rewards will remain the same, and an innocent man may either go or not go to prison. Are you ready to explain your reasoning? Truly? In that case, by all means, let us share your deductions with the others.
I hope this isn't like Phoenix Wright, where I have to do the right things at the right time. I'm like, oh god.
Objection! Captain Dulles, I thank you for allowing me to oversee the proceedings. By the power invested in me by Lord Manderville, I promise to consider well all the evidence at hand and render a fair judgment regarding this unfortunate incident. I trust this is acceptable to you? I see no reason to object. After all, we will only wish to arrive at the truth, same as you. Mistress Yana, I trust that you too have no objections to my participation here? Very well, then let us begin. Captain Dulles, pray summarize the details of the incident for us once more. Gladly. A few bells ago, a Sabatander Empanor horn went missing from the Gold Saucer's prize vault located behind the main counter. It was noticed by a sharp-eyed attendant whose shift followed that of Hugh. Though through questioning of all witnesses in the area at that time revealed no other persons, attendant or customer alike, were seen behind the counter at the time. This poor dude. Investigating our records, we further learned that Hugh was arrested once for petty theft before being employed here at the Saucer. We have named him a primary suspect, and the interrogation is being conducted as we speak. That is all. Thank you, Captain Dulles. Mistress Yana, all yours inform me, too, that you have been investigating the matter on our behalf. Have you any objections to Captain Dulles' testimony? The true culprit is still out there. What? How could you possibly know that? One of the attendants' uniforms has gone missing. What's this you say? Oh, then let us proceed to the next topic at hand. Captain Dulles and his men are all but convinced Hugh is the thief. Have you considered any evidence to lead you to believe otherwise? If you're so sure he did it, where is the horn? It's true that we haven't recovered it yet, but I assure you it's only a matter of time. That's hardly evidence that the man's innocent. What exactly are you implying? The horn was stolen while Hugh was still on duty. I see. For you to say that with such confidence, I imagine you must have uncovered some convincing evidence indeed. Well now, I do believe we've come to the heart of the matter, Mistress Yana. If you would, just who do you believe is responsible for the crime? It's not Papiyama. This little dude's like, what the fuck? Me? Is this some kind of joke? I'm no thief. I'm an officer of the law. You'd best have some proof behind these accusations, or I'll have you hauled to a jail faster than you can say God burn Manderville. This is racist. Now this is racist. The stolen uniform is Lalafell size. And so what if it is? That's proof of nothing. You need to only look around to see that I am far from the only Lalafell in this place. But not all have a brother with eyes only for MGP. Wait, how do you know that? I mean, nonsense. I have an alibi. At the time of the theft happened, I was at the Chocobo races, and I'll have you know I won myself a fortune as well. Ha! The joke's on you. Just ask the attendants there. They all remember me. Why, I'm one of their best customers. Lies. Be a man and confess to your crime. Why should I confess to something I have not done? This is an outrage. You're trying to frame me to cover up your own failure of an investigation. In summary, to this point, I have not seen sufficient evidence to convict the suspect Hugh beyond a shadow of doubt. Would you not concur? I do. Loath as I am to admit it, your adventurer friend has raised some legitimate concerns. My apologies for being so hasty in accusing the poor man. I shall have him released immediately. That said, the question remains, who is the true mastermind behind this theft? Oh, yes, precisely as we orchestrated. Did I do it? I can't thank you enough for absolving dear Hugh of blame, though it puts me ill at ease to know that the true culprit is still out there somewhere. Oh well, I suppose I should count my blessings. At any rate, I'm happy to say that we've prepared a token of gratitude for your assistance. You may claim it from my stern-faced colleague here. I don't think I did it correctly. Did you do it?
No, I was kind of following you.
You. Well, we got him. We got him free. That's
like a redo button above his head.
Yeah, we could do it again. I'm not gonna. We have spent an hour doing this.
I was worried that if I did something wrong, he would be sent to jail.
To the jail. Yeah, we need a true gentleman. An inspector extraordinaire, they say. So there is something we need to... There's another thing we can get. I think it's in the blue area. Yeah, the campaign attendant. Egg. Little egg or big egg?
Big E, small G.
No, those aren't the eggs we know. So this stuff is available. This stuff is available all year long, really. Oh, here we go. But it's slightly cheaper during I'm looking for We're supposed to get an emote. Hold on. Where's my emote?
Maybe we didn't do it good.
You're supposed to get it regardless. Hold on, let me see. Oh. The reason why I failed, is because we got the last one wrong. Everything was correct, but you're supposed to say, my most sincere apologies, Master Maya Peepee.
Ah.
We're supposed to... There's someone else who has a quest. The Stern... Oh, it's a token of thanks, which is back over here. Yeah, we got the last one wrong. I thought about that one because it had the nickname that we were given, but I don't know. I really winged it. The Gold Saucer's attendant is determined to see that you are duly rewarded for your efforts on this colleague's behalf. Oliver has informed me that you have graciously lent us your aid in the investigation. On behalf of all the staff here at the Manderville Gold Saucer, I thank you. We have prepared for you a token of our gratitude. Pray accept it from my colleague Greg over at the entrance square. There we go. Yeah, so you earn more MGP during Make It Rain, and things are a little bit cheaper, I do believe. Not everything. Just what the attendant has. Let me guess, you're here to claim your reward? See, I'm Master Sleuth, just like you, but I jest. I heard it all from Oliver. At any rate, here's our token of thanks for your effort. May it serve you well next time for your next time you find yourself faced with a perplexing case. I was hoping there would be some Phoenix Wright in here. Oh, slash vexed. It's very silly.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I don't see the... Do it again. Oh, I do see the angry scribbles.
Let me see your angry scribbles. Unimpressed. Okay. Are you ready to actually do things now? Instead of... Sorry we failed the investigation. You can always do it again if you want to see how it ends.
Yeah.
I'm content. I'll do it right on Casa. We did enough.
Yeah, he's not going to jail. So.
He's not going to jail, and that's all that can really be asked of us. If I wasn't certain that I'd have to get the clues again, I don't even know if I was, if that's true. So we're not doing main story, we're gonna walk past everybody. And we need to go talk to Unka Holly. Balance unto all is the quest. Unica Holly has urgent news to share on the current state of the Warring Triad. Warrior of Light, if this world is to survive, we must needs move forward with our plan. Another pillar of the Warring Triad must be toppled. The question of which has already been answered. Following our encounter with the Legatus, Archon Yashtola detected erratic etheric waveforms emanating from the sector containing the icon Sophia, known simply as the Goddess in former times. Such readings can only mean one thing. She is close to awakening. Let us return to Azizla forthwith and put an end to the primal deity lest she rise again in her terrible glory. To Azizla. There's apparently statues of the Warring Triad, just like in Final Fantasy VI, but I have never seen them. And they, like, get destroyed as you kill them all. I've never seen these statues. Oh wait, maybe this is
Have you been given a good chance to look around and find them? Because you said before that you were kind of rushed through.
Yeah, I actually think they're right here. So Sephiroth's has been destroyed. Oh, they are right here. Oh, and his is not destroyed. So this is Sephiroth's. The Fiend. This one's the Demon. And this one's the Goddess, Sophia.
And what about the wings coming out of the tower?
Like, I genuinely don't. Oh, it's so Summoner has a quest line here as well. And I believe the... Oh god, it's been a very, very long time. The man that you fight in the last Summoner quest, which we will eventually get to, his name is It's very close to Sephiroth, if not Sephiroth. And you fight him in here. And I wonder if this is a tribute to Sephiroth himself, the one-winged angel. But I cannot confirm because I don't remember hard enough. Like, I genuinely don't remember. But we will get to those summoner quests eventually, and maybe it'll all make sense. But that's the only thing I can think of. Because I know Kefka, who is the villain that does all the stuff with the Warring Triad, does not appear in this whole situation.
Interesting.
We appear to be the first to arrive. Shall we await our colleagues here? Could the Sixth Legion have returned? Akali! Unakahal! We're under attack! Ishtola and Urianger have engaged a foe not far from here. Ha! Rarely is my shield thus tested. 'Twould seem the Elegons have not been lax in their recruitment. Think you so? Mayhap your arm merely withered while you lay idle. Still your tongues, we have stalled them long enough. Oh, they wear the armor from, Cypress Tower. With scales in hand, the goddess shall arise, and righteously cast off her cursed pall, that she, the wrathful Worm King at her side, might judge and thence bring balance unto all. Hear my words in despair, Alagons. Our goddess is awoken. Your civilization has birthed the instruments of its own undoing. 'Tis well that you are here, Akali. I should like to know what our assailants were saying. You understood their words, did you not? 'Twas a Mericidian dialect, if mine ears do not deceive, though one which beareth scant resemblance to any spoken in recent times. As for our antagonist's meaning, I do gladly defer to those blessed with the echo. The one with the shield seemed to think we were Alagons. He recited what sounded like a verse of prophecy, then claimed that their goddess is awoken. Is that about right, Akali? And might we assume that this deity of theirs is the very icon we've come to topple? Aye, from their tongue, their words, and their attire, 'tis like that our antagonists were Mysidian, thralls to the goddess Sophia, and victims of the Alagons' incursions. If, as Kryl claimeth, they thought us agents of Alag, 'tis little wonder that they have sought to bring us low. You suggest that Sophia's servants have been liberated from their containment. Then we have no choice but to accept word of her awakening as truth. God help us! The Warring Triad have proven formidable enough when we've roused them with a fraction of their true strength. Should Sophia break free at the peak of her powers, Akali and her friends won't stand a chance. Let us be about it then, Akali. Kryl and Akali, the three of you will make directly for Sophia's containment facility. Urianger and I will do what we can to occupy the Icon's thralls. Mistress Kryl, do you perchance recall the words of the prophecy in its entirety? Let me see. I believe it was, with scales in hand, the goddess shall arise, and righteously cast off her cursed pall, that she, with wrathful Worm King at her side, might judge and thence bring balance unto all. So I'm going to tell you what I told you in Separat. I only remember the extreme version of this. And I don't even know the extreme version that well, because the goal is to kill her faster than she can balance the scales. So you don't have to count. You ready?
Ready.
Trials. Containment bay. Bam. Oh, my gear is noticeably low. Is there a man that can make it? I'm gonna fly and get my gear repaired. The accessories are a little damaged. It's not the end of the world if I don't make it.
I mean, we don't even have any DPS lined up, so.
Yeah, it won't take us too long. I think Sophia, if you fall off in Sophia, you can be resurrected, because falling off is just, it's just what she do. It's the first one in the Heaven's Ward that allows you, or since ARR that allows you to be resurrected if you fall off the arena. Koji Fox was talking about. So Koji Fox does all the translations. Well, not all the translations, but he translates a lot of the original dialogue into English. He also writes a ton of the music for the game, lyrically anyway, where Sokun does things. Yeah, the translation team is very good. While Sokun writes a lot of the music, and actually Koji Fox, he wrote the end. Oh fuck! I'm trying to tell a story. He wrote the Endwalker song, and he was like, "It took me 3 days to write this," and Yoshi P was like, 3 days, and he's like, "Yeah, that was a long time for me," And Yoshi P laughs, and he's like, "You laugh, but Sophia took me 2 hours to write the lyrics for Sophia. He just had it, just bam."
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then like Yoshi P was like, "You're crazy." Just yeah, the translation team is really good. We threaten Koji Fox a lot because of some of like the jokes and puns he puts in it. But he's amazing, and the music team is even insaner. There's a really, really good story of Soken, who is the lead main composer of Final Fantasy XIV. And I will tell it when we have a moment, because I need to focus the fuck up. But there's a really good story about Soken.
In your capable hands. Just watch out for her worshippers.
Why was she in an Iron Maiden?
She's being contained because she's a primal. Sophia. Neither tank knows how to do this fight, so throw on your tank stance because the other person's not gonna do it.
I guess we'll just figure it out as we go.
Yep. So
everyone ready?
Yeah, if you don't do it, the black mage is gonna
the
fall.
Unenlightened come.
Be careful standing next to the edge.
It looks like there's a railing.
Well, there's not going to be after a while. Out of that. Because that will knock you off the edge. In.
In?
Yep.
Of death.
Into a corner. Away from her. She's gonna go forward. Like that. She's gonna summon ads. They will have numbers. Oh, maybe ads doesn't come as quickly. Yeah, okay, so ads. You want to fight them in the order 2, 3, 1.
To me, my faithful.
So second damage urge. Please. 1, 2, 3. Turn away. Turn away. Alright, you want to stand on this line right here?
Of revelation. I would know the weight of your souls.
That's not nearly so bad in this version.
Can you bring equilibrium? I shall tip back the balance.
Oh, there I go.
Yep. Well, our tank isn't. You know, he is. Okay. I need to get my co-healer up. Oh god, everyone.
Sin must be balanced with suffering.
No, come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me. Equilibrium. Okay, and then I'm gonna res you. Oh, she got you, okay. One. So two's gonna be heavier, so we want to be on this side. Come with me. Come with me.
Be with you.
Daughter, be the bearer of my wisdom.
I'm so busy rezzing. Okay, this side. Away from her. Away from that. Two reds is gonna be heavier than one, so yeah, you wanna be on the one side. Kill ads. Grab the ad, so the tank, other tank doesn't have to. Good job. It's just the normal one. Okay. I'm like terrified of the blue ones. 'Cause that's where the knowledge ends.
Sin must be balanced.
If you have a
with
black
suffering.
one or a white one, you have to go on somebody. You have to balance the equilibrium. Yeah. You wanna collapse on someone. You'll see that mechanic again. So if someone has a black ring and you have a white ring, you want to go on top of them. It's all about equilibrium
It's
and
all
balance.
about balance.
Ugh. I hope I have 6 combinations because I kept that alive.
Yes, you did.
I have 1.
Oof.
Oof. I see the goddess is no more. Well done. Once Kryl and Unakali have rejoined us, we may safely depart. One thing yet puzzles me, however. How did Sophia's servants come to wake from their slumber? I believe we have the answer for that. We discovered the remains of a Garlean soldier in an adjacent sector of the containment facility. 'Tis like the fool ventured too close to Sophia during the Empire's previous incursion and was enthralled for his troubles. Another reminder, if we are needed, as to incalculable threat posed by these beings. The goddess would not have been conscious when she claimed the man's will, and yet this mistake granted her the means to release her servants, and would have resulted in her own liberation had we not been on hand to intervene. Oh, that's rough, Devil. I do much wonder what the Icon's pawn was capable of so effectively manipulating the facility's containment systems. How came he by such rarefied knowledge? That too is easily explained. During our investigation, Kryl discovered a subtle flaw in one of the mechanisms which held the goddess in check, a flaw which had plainly been added intentionally. Upon examining the facility's records of the period, we were able to piece together the story. It was a time towards the end of the Third Astral Era, when the peoples of Marsidia faced extinction at the hands of the Alagon Empire. Sophia, a being of incomparable cunning, was said to have communicated certain plans to her servants through the medium of a trusted oracle. Following the oracle's instructions, they duly conspired with a rebel faction within Alag, who, we believe, agreed to tamper with the prison indicated for Sophia, and then the goddess and her thralls chanced to be captured, though we suspect this had always been their plan. Indeed, the prison was situated in the heart of Alag, and we think that they intended to attack the city from within. They would merely have had to wait for the rebels to exploit the weakness in their confines. But the conspirators dealing with the Marsidians were exposed before they could enact their plot, and all were summarily executed. It seems the flaw itself remained undiscovered, however, and might have remained so until the end of their days had it not been for the actions of the Archbishop and subsequently the Garleans. I cannot help but wonder what might have come to pass had their scheme been successful. Mayhap the answer lies in the prophecy. Krell hath the right of it. Its words may be deciphered thus. The cursed Paul speaketh of Sophia's prison, from which she was supposed to emerge in the agreed hour. The Worm King, meanwhile, can be none other than the great Bahamut himself, then yet a prisoner whom the goddess did intend to unleash upon Alag to set right the scales of justice. A foolhardy plan. Had it come to fruition, the two of them would surely have razed the realm. Naught would have been spared the devastation the Marsidians' homeland concluded. Their home already stood on the brink of oblivion. Mayhap they wished for naught else but to purge, to poison the Alag with primal fire. The tale teaches us that even the greatest of men's creations may be yet brought low by a single act of treachery. The Alagons were fools to place their trust in technological bondage. To shackle such beings is but to delay the inevitable. Naught save their total destruction shall free us from their menace. Let us return now to the Rising Stones, and there consider the final steps of this most needful task. The threat posed by this facility is far greater than you can imagine, Arianje, and not one limited to the Icons themselves. Sophia's remaining servants must be put down. Warning, deactivating stasis chamber support systems will result in subject termination. Enter identification code to continue. Identification code accepted. Subjects terminated. Back to the Rising Stones. Is aught amiss, Warrior of Light? Archon Y'shtola mentioned that there was a matter she was to discuss. Well, Medicali, you will forgive me if I seem curt, but I would settle an account with our young friend. While conducting a final sweep of Sophia's containment facility, we discovered that all of her remaining thralls had perished in their stasis chambers. This was your doing? Aye, it was. I chose to act upon knowledge revealed within the tombstone we recovered. The true purpose of these prisons is far more horrifying than we first assumed. The Allagons were not simply observing the icons and siphoning away their energies, they were conducting experiments in preparation for a more ambitious project. If you'll recall, both the Fiend and the Goddess were imprisoned within massive spherical structures. These spheres were the prototypes which paved the way for the successful construction of an artificial celestial body. You speak of Dalamald. Aye, the Icon's cages are unmistakably of the same design as the Red Moon. To be plain, the research facility contains the seeds of 3 calamities which might feasibly be visited upon a chosen target. Eliminating one of them necessitates the destruction of the goddess's slumbering thralls, a distasteful task befitting one such of the Warrior of Light. Thus did I resolve to perform the deed myself. You have made your case, and 'tis apparent we were not in full possession of the facts. Nevertheless, your notion of what may or may not be expected of a Kali is presumptuous and to the extreme. When the Warrior of Light chose to join the Scions, she did so in the knowledge that she would be required to face and destroy not only a primal, but their fanatical servants. That which you term a distasteful task is an essential part of our calling, a burden which every Scion is sworn to shoulder. I see. 'Twould seem I misjudged the depth of your resolve. No matter. Assuming I have made myself understood, we need not speak of it again. There is, however, one such subject which merits discussion. You determined that Sophia's thralls were awoken by a Garlean soldier who had somehow gained access to the containment area, did you not? If that is the case, it seems highly doubtful that the interloper wandered into such a dangerous part of the facility by chance. Dissidents within the Empire claim that the 6th Legion is rife with agents under orders to thwart the Legatus' mission by any means necessary. Lest you imagine that we have allies in Garlemald, I should clarify that their motive is wholly uncharitable. Regula von Hydrus rose to the top of the Garlean military on merit alone, and is fiercely loyal to the Emperor for recognizing his efforts. His compeers, by contrast, rose through with fervor of the established order, and would accordingly do anything to see him fail. That they would be so reckless! You truly believe that the actions of these agents contributed to the recent crisis? Aye, and that they pose no less a risk to the realm than those loyal to the Emperor. Plainly, we must needs continue to do all in our power to prevent the technologies of Allag from falling into the hands of man. On that point, at least, we have ever been in complete agreement.
Wait, so was Y'shtola upset that Una Kahali killed all the thralls?
They wanted to know
talking
why all the
us?
thralls had died, I think.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was a weird bout of aggression. The fact of the matter is, none of them really trust Una Kahali, and for good reason. He's very secretive, and then they're like, "Hey, did you kill all those people?" And he's like, "Yeah, I sure did." And he's like, it was too gruesome of a task for the Warrior of Light. She shouldn't be doing such things." And Y'shtola's like, the Warrior of Light can kill as many people as she wants. That's not your call. And he's like, "Okay." Yeah.
Alright then.
He's like, alright, alright. I'll let her kill all the thralls next time.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I did the killing.
I think perhaps, and I don't think it's phrased or implied very well, is that this is just a small child, and they didn't want him killing all those people. And the fact that he so nonchalantly killed all those people is a flag all within its own. That he was just...
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that I think that is more the line of reasoning that they were, like, trying to go with. Like, hey, small child, why are you okay with killing all those people? And I believe the next one is for after patch 5.5. Or, I keep calling them 3.5. So we will be going to Idleshire to do the last of the Gobbies. Gobbies!
I wish it didn't have to be the end.
I know, you love the Gobbies.
I love the Gobbies so much.
I'm gonna have you lead to the raid. Yeah, because I'm going to look up the lyrics to the Sophia song, because it's very good.
But I don't even know.
We're gonna
which
go...
Gobby to talk to. Oh,
Here,
I can't
we have to
fly.
go, we have to leave this place. You're gonna go straight ahead. Okay. So Sophia's song, that Koji Fox wrote, and that Soken did the music to, is very, very good. And I was talking over a lot of it because it was an absolute nightmare. Yeah, you're gonna head to those blue question marks, or exclamation points. The sigh of the shifting sea, the kiss of salt sweet breeze, the white of her silken dress, stained in red. Hello, hello! A memory fading fast, her mother sits, eyes downcast, a torn uniform in hand, farewells unsaid. And once a certainty, lost in grief, a daughter's desperate cries, unheard pleas. Forsaken, beaten, tried, on her knees, a prayer passes from her lips, into her soul, the goddess whispers. A heartbeat without harmony is moonlight without dark. The heart seeketh equilibrium, with balance will your worry part. So still this broken melody, and there is shoulder thee, one last step only leaving, an empty hearth down by the sea, an empty hearth down by the sea. So where it goes. So the song that is being played is a family. It's a Marsidia family torn apart by war from the Marsidians against the Allegons. Oh my god. And how Sophia, who was the primal that the Marsidians summoned, how she deals with justice and balance. A father is slain in a battle by the Allegons. A torn uniform in hand, farewells unsaid. The mother becomes abusive, and at Sophia's request, the daughter murders. So the daughter summons Sophia, technically, and Sophia tells her that she has to kill her mother, which she does. The daughter murders the mother to restore the imbalance created by the father's death. And then Sophia has her commit suicide to completely balance the scales. Because that is how Sophia does things. You cannot take a life without giving a life in turn. Thus, the heart is in equilibrium. And that's what her song is about. Or one of her first summonings. So let's go do the Gobby stuff. You did it, Sophia. Can you bring equiwibwium? Midday warily eyes a thicket a short distance away. Oh no! Adventurer, you come at an opportune moment. It would seem we have a visitor. I summoned the bots with my ooh bullshit. I was pacing about, thinking of round rocks, when something in the shadows drew my eye. I only caught a brief glimpse, but it bore an uncanny resemblance to Quickthinks' constant companion. Shona, was it? If the coral's there, there's a good chance her Illuminati keepers are close at bay. Equiwibwium. Exactly. We'd best track her down, and quickly. Follow me. Kitty. Just as I thought, it is Shanoa. Or is it? The coral kitten looks much the same as another, and she doesn't seem to have brought any of her friends. Over there! Uplanders! What are these snap crashings and pushka? Oh, Sprightly, no! An Illuminati spy, sent by Quickthinks to observe our movements, like as not. Given the sizable disadvantage at which we find ourselves, we thought it best to relieve him of duty. He spent his final moments babbling all of the Illuminati's deranged schemes, claimed that once the final core was activated, and Alexander fully operational, the fortress could gain the power to travel through time, taking them along with it. He seemed quite convinced that Quickthinks was a prophet of sorts, a traveler from the future come to the present to return history to its proper state. Aye, and that's not the half of it. According to him, the battle for history has already been won, and not by us. For the future is writ in the Enigma Codex, and we but play our roles in it. Quickthinks, a traveler from the future. That would certainly explain how he was able to anticipate our every move, but could it be that he has already conquered the world of tomorrow? Have our efforts been in vain? Bah! Tongue flaps of crazed Illuminati make brain case hurt. Breathflicks would speak of different subject. What brings Uplanders back to shortstop? Having settled upon a plan of action, Sid and I were in the process of making our final preparations with Master Matoya when this kitten scampered in, mewing as if to beckon us. We duly followed her, and she led us here, much to the dismay of the fellow at our feet. I'm not one to look a gift coral in the mouth, but something about all this doesn't sit right with me. She has been at Quickthinks' side. Make that on his bloody head every step of the way, and now she decides to betray her keepers? If the cat could speak our tongue, I would have a question or two for her, mayhap even 3. I can't believe I'm even considering this, but then it wouldn't be the strangest thing I've heard today. You there, cat! You're Shanona. Quickthinks' little familiar, aren't you? 2 mews for yeah, and 1 for nay. Mew, mew. Did she truly... Do you want to go home? Mew. 7 hells, I think the bloody furball might actually understand us, but that doesn't mean we can trust her. For all we know, she could be here to do her master's dirty work. A moment, Uplanders. Tongue flaps of Roundrox come to Backtrack's brain case. 3 years ago, when Roundrox found Codex Winterstone. Roundrox says the Black Coral Child is there, on looking. Backtrack thinks nothing of this then, but now. You mean to simply imply that Shinoa was present when we attempted the summoning? I very much doubt that. If she were a kitten 3 years ago, she would be fully grown coral by now. Unless, that is, she took a shortcut through time. An implausible theory, I grant you, but one we cannot well dismiss in light of recent events. If true, it would raise a little more troubling possibility that Roundrox's discovery of the Codex was no mere coincidence, but an event orchestrated by Quickthinks to further his own ends. Oh, this just gets better and better. Look, whatever is going on here, we're not like to find out by standing around talking. We need to delve deeper into that fortress. And as luck would have it, Wedge claims his latest invention will allow us to do just that. I've sent him and Beggs on ahead to the Maker's Quarter to perform their final tests. Meet them there when you are ready. I'll join you as soon as my own preparations are complete. Look at her go. To travel back in time and set past wrongs aright. Who could resist such temptation, and how grievous the consequences of surrendering to it? For in allowing the past to consume us, and making our every choice, our every action the correct one, would we not cease to live in the present, and in turn lose sight of the future? 'Tis a path not to redemption, but to madness. If Quick thinks it's truly seen the future, we may very well be walking straight into a trap. And yet, what other choice do we have? I must apologize once again for my negligence last time, my colleague. Rest assured I have done my utmost to make it up to you with my latest invention. Why, it may very well be my best yet. Yes, I have a good feeling about this mission. This time, we'll show that Power Mad Gobby what for. Kali, all fired up and ready to go, are we? Then I'd best hurry up and brief you on the task at hand. In a nutshell, we'll be attacking the Primal on two fronts. As we speak, Stoll is leading an attempt to cut off the Primal source of ether. Our job, meanwhile, will be to head into the belly of the beast and rescue young Roundrocks. Without her to view the Enigma Codex Forum, the Illuminati won't be able to turn back time anymore, giving us a fighting chance of beating the bastards. The chief reckons that the shortest pass is through the giant's great fat noggin, the only problem being that it's inside the barrier. Not to worry, though. Wedge's latest wonder will take care of that. He's dubbed it the BBG-2, which he tells me is short for Barrier Be Gone. Of course, the barrier doesn't serve to keep folk out. It also keeps the Primal in. With that being why Mitt and her mates raised the bleeding thing in the first place. So the moment it goes down, there'll be nothing to stop the Colossus from running rampant if it has a mind to. Which means we are going to need to move fast. The chief will take the Excelsior in as close as he can to Alexander's head, where you'll jump off and secure us away inside, wasting no time. You'll then climb back aboard, and Wedge will rearrange the barrier, all before our metal friend even knows what's happening. Got it? Good, because we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going. Oh, this one. These next ones hurt. They're a lot. Are you ready?
Yes.
It might take us a bit, clean this election, to get cues.
Go find that A rank again.
I'm a bit better geared for it, I think.
I doubt he's here. Even if this even was where he was. Hey.
Hey. I'm never gonna repair my gear. My accessories will forever be damaged. Yes. Yes, I did it.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, time to deactivate the barrier. The smoke is too thick, can't see a damn thing. You'll have to press on alone. You're gonna want to main tank this if you can. So throw in your tank stance. Yeah, you don't want to do the off tank thing. The off tank thing is rough, and someone who knows what they're doing should be doing it. I'm hoping it's Peter. I can do it if need be, but this guy hits hard, so brace yourself. As you get chunked for 1/3 of your 3/4 of your life.
He's going in front like he's trying to maintain.
No, it's okay. He's trying to. I think he's trying to take tank busters with you. That's not quite how it works.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Sometimes, not for this one, but it usually is. Ooh. There are some tank busters that you share like that.
I'll just let him do what he wants.
Yeah, it's fine if he's standing there with you. It's not like he's taking damage. There are some tank busters that you shoot. You stand together. Okay. Yeah, so they are waiting for you to go and go do the thing. Yeah, and just go into the fire and yeah, there you go.
Alright. Okay.
So I don't think Peter's gonna do it. I just have a feeling. But so there's gonna be batteries on the go. Oh, he is gonna do it. So you don't have to do any of this, but I'm gonna tell you in case you're ever alone here. There are batteries that you put into the robots, and you just drop them on top of them, and then you move the robots onto the platform that's got the squigglies. And then I don't think then you kill those robots, and they fall into the pit. If you don't put the battery there, he eats the robots and gets stronger. If you don't let them drop into the lava and get destroyed, he gets stronger. And he gets a lot stronger. And it's a little... Why is everybody in chunks? Woof, got you.
Thank you.
So Peter is doing what he's supposed to do. I'm very, very glad for that. Oh, you are being chunked so hard. Home gang if you think you're not gonna make it. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I had a red thing over my head.
Yeah, don't worry. You hide behind that rock. So you don't get concussed or whatever that is, yeah. That should help you a little bit. Oh, come towards us. Real quick.
Thank
you. Woo! There you go.
No,
Now
I
you can
don't.
go back.
Okay.
So the third guy that drops is he's usually the raid wiper. Because he doesn't die right away, so you have to move him along. You can move with us because that thing's gonna become lava soon. Hide behind this rock. And if he doesn't die, he wipes the raid. But if he goes in the lava too soon, he wipes the raid. It's a big problem, but we got it then. So we'll be good. My game just crashed.
Oh no.
Fuck. I will be right there. You guys will be fine. Thank you, Final Minute. Let me know when my name goes gray. Like it's all question marky.
Oh, you're gone from the raid now.
Okay. My game doesn't. I never crash. Okay, well, let's try again. got 1,000 error messages.
Oh my god.
I will be right there. So long as I don't get kicked, I will still get credit, even if you guys finish. That's some big beans. Are you doing okay though?
Yeah. I died for a sec, but I got revived.
It's because I beefed it. I am coming back. People are dead, crap. Oh, I have a stack. I'm fine. God, you just get chunked so hard.
Ooh.
Oh, so this stuff,
Well, the other healer left, so I guess I'll give it to the other tank.
yeah, the other tank did a really good job making sure
Mhm.
things got dealt with. Because I was gonna try, I thought for sure you were gonna have to be the one. I want to give him a hug. I thought for sure that you were gonna have to be the one to do that. I was like bracing myself to like run around with you and explain. I'm gonna grade on these parts because they might be better than what we're wearing. But I would have to go to Idleshire and see.
Aw, he gently patted you. Give him another hug.
I thanked him for doing the batteries.
I'll pass on the loot so you can get it.
Well, you are in desperate need of to loot, so just greed on all of it if you want. I once trusted a mentor to do it who said they would do it, and it did not go well. Yeah, if you want something done right. I give him a big hug. Oh, I also meant to give him a hug.
Is he a cure with just bunny ears on? Oh no, he's an elf.
No, he's got the pointy ears. I think he's dust white. Peter Bunny.
I had to zoom all the way in to see his ears.
The OG male Veer. Cripplurkers. Oh, he's all decked out in the Cripplurker stuff. Oh, he's explaining to you how it's done.
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't know how to read.
80s and everything.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. I'm on my way. Oh, I didn't win any of those parts. I greeted on them.
You could have needed on them.
I could have, I actually didn't. That was my bad. Fine work, old friend. Thanks to you, we have our way in. Stay where you are, we're coming. But first, now that you're clear, we had best get that barrier back up before the big fellow gets reckless. Wedge and the BBG too, and reactivate the barrier on my mark. Mark! I think all the Alexander glamour fucking blows. But to each their own. Excellent timing, Y'shtola. Akali has done it. We have a clear path into the heart of the beast. Good. 'Tis a relief to hear that at least one side of the operation proceeded according to plan. The same may not be said for the other. Our efforts to cut off the primal source of Aether proved wholly ineffective. Quite why, I cannot say, though I am hopeful that one among us can. What, Mide? On the basis that she summoned the damn thing, you mean? I think you'd better explain. Like all primals, Alexander constantly draws Aether from its surroundings, both to sustain life and gain it entry. Master Matoya and I believed we could disrupt, or at the very least inhibit the process by means of Archemia. By creating a vast, impossible etheric membrane between the primal and the land from which it drinks? Aye. Which is why the old witch had me place these infernal devices of hers in every nook and cranny of this place. Are you telling me they don't work? Yes and no. As far as we can tell, the Archemia are functioning precisely as intended, and yet, for reasons we have been unable to ascertain, they have had no measurable effect on the primal. Alright, out with it, Mide. If there's anything you haven't told us, we need to hear it now. We're running out of options. I fear it will not avail us, but very well. It all began with a curious encounter in my younger days. I was out playing on my own one day when a stranger appeared before me. He told me anything my heart wished for could be mine if I heeded his words. In my youth, that's an Ascian. That's a 1.0 Ascian. Oh. What was his name? I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up in a second. In my youth, I did not fully comprehend what the man was proposing at the time. Nevertheless, his words seemed to burn themselves into my very soul. Reunite the scattered scards of the Enigma Codex, he said, and perform the sacred rite before the ruins that yet stand strong against the river's flow. Then, and only then, shall your hopes and dreams become reality. With that, he handed me a relic, a horn with a tip of metal, which seemed to be as foreign as to hail from another world. It would serve as a catalyst for the summoning, he explained. A gift from your friend Travagent. And then he was gone. Travagent? I know the man. Our paths crossed during my time in Limsa in the days before the calamity. I might have guessed that the Ascians had a hand in this. The horn of which you speak was once rumored to reside in Unsealed Rock. It is a lost relic of the ancients with the power to manipulate etheric energy in the very air around us. The Scions have long pursued the horn, fearing the devastation that might ensue were an artifact of such power to fall into the wrong hands. Finally, I do begin to see. If I have the right of it, Alexander's third corps is using the horn to draw Aether far and wide. It's a little wonder our plan failed. Even without moving an ilm, the primal possesses the means to drain not just this land of Aether, but our very star. Then our course is clear. If the old witch's magics won't avail us, we shall just have to get inside and dismantle the core the old-fashioned way. Indeed, and yet we must be wary. We have seen the course of time reversed once before. We may well see it again. Even should we succeed in destroying our target, there is naught to prevent the Illuminati from simply returning the stricken core to its previous state. Aye, they are free to turn back the clock again and again, the primal growing stronger all the while. So what do we do then? We just can't give up. No, we press on. Lest we forget, controlling Alexander requires the Codex, and the Codex is but a useless piece of stone without the mind of the Gobby girl. If we can rescue Round Rocks, Quick Things will have no way to flip the hourglass. The Circle of Knowing once tasked me with recovering the horn, and 'twas through mine own negligence that Travajan acquired it. Then, that it now endangers our world is my responsibility. Even were I not a scion, I should do all in my power to make amends. Whatever assistance I can offer, it is yours. Then it begins. I'll send word to our friends in Idleshire. Biggs, Wedge, ready the Excelsior. Akali, prepare for departure. Let Operation Rescue Round Rocks commence. Oh, I knew that man was an Ascian. I just can't remember his 1.0 story.
What the?
Hmm?
2 kitties.
Hmm?
Our kitty is from the bad timeline, where the Gobbies succeed.
So very quickly, Trevorshot is an Ascian antagonist in Final Fantasy XIV. He lacks a shadow, disguise, or pseudonym, as Trion is not the Scion of Light in Final Fantasy XII, unlike the other known Ascians. His first appearance is right at the initial quest from Limsa Luminsa's main storyline, talking with Emmerich, Emmerich with an E, not the Emmerich we know. He's shown to be a very skilled mage and has connections with a Sahagan attacking Limsa's ships. He is later seen leading the Sahagan attack against the Knights of the Barracuda fleet. At the end of the third quest, he steals the rock key from Y'shtola using telekinetic powers before turning into shadow soon after. Though he does not reappear in person, he shows up in a flashback. Oh man, he's just an asshole who shows up in the very beginning baby quest of Limsa Lominsa and steals a very powerful item that they have and is now suddenly brought up in the Alexander quest line. Hilarious.
Incredible. They named the cat.
Schrodinger. 7 hells. It wasn't enough that those Illuminati lunatics are a bleeding time machine, was it? No, it had to be a time machine with the power to destroy the whole bleeding world. I mean, I'm used to the future of Eorzea being at stake, but this is the future, past and present, all rolled into one. We have to get Round Rocks out of there before those Gobbies can put up any more of their crazy schemes in motion. Speaking of Gobbies, have you talked to old Backtricks lately? Turns out the kitten we met wasn't Shona after all, just a doppelganger. He's already taken the little furball back to Shortstop and given it a name, Schrodinger, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, I'd best be heading back that way myself. See you there, Akali. It's just a doppelganger. Beatrix sees Shona on top of Whirlycog Giant. This is different Curl Kitten, so Backtrix names her Schrodinger. What does it mean? Backtrix does not know. Even if we succeed in finding Round Rocks, what will remain of the girl that we knew? To the Illuminati, she's little more than a cog in their divine machine. They need her alive, aye, but no more than that, and they will not have scrupled to use any means necessary to force her compliance. Backtrix said he saw Shona standing on top of the Colossus at Quick Think's side. Oh, I was talking like he was a Gobby. Beatrix said that he saw Shona standing on top of the Colossus at Quick Think's side, just as you'd expect her to be. Do you reckon Beatrix's new pet is just a long-lost littermate? The resemblance is truly uncanny. Undaunted by recent revelations, Biggs would brief you on the next stage of the rescue mission. Biggs and Wedge's excellent adventure. Oh, God. Radical. Tubular. That's very good. Ready to head back into the belly of the beast, Akali? Alright, let's get this rescue mission off the ground. First, some good news. While the barrier was down, we were able to get our first good look inside Alexander's innards. As far as we can tell, Roundrox is being held captive in what seems to be the central control chamber of the whole Colossus, called, helpfully, Central Control. As to how we reach it, do you remember when we infiltrated Midas there, that cavernous room with a great city in it? Aye, well, we spawned on one of those floating platforms, which goes back and forth between there and the place we need to get to. The quickest route to the city is straight through the giant's head. You'll go in through the hatch you opened for us last time. Take care of any guards and secure the platform I mentioned. Meanwhile, the chief and the others will be making their way to you via Midas after setting out an advance to sweep the place for any nasty surprises. Once you've rendezvoused, it'll be a good time to storm the control room, while me and Wedge stage a little diversion. Got all that? Good, then let's crack some Illuminati skulls. Okay, we will do that in a second. Let me look at your gear. Oh, you have the Shire stuff, huh? Augmented 2. 240? I'm gonna go. I need to run to Idleshire really quick. What parts did you end up winning?
The tarnished Alexandrian petal, the bolts, and a chain.
I think you can toss the bolts, because I believe the bolts are accessories, and you have the best accessories right now. You need 2 petals for boots, and I think the chain makes a belt. I'm gonna double check. If the 3rd tier of Alexander stuff is not better than your Shire, if the augmented hailstorm stuff, which would be crazy, but possible, then I'll have you swap out some stuff. You were getting chunked like nobody's business. Alexandrian. Part 1. 250. It is better. Not better than your accessories, but so you need 2 petals for boots, but you only need 1 for a belt. So if you want to come to Idleshire really fast, you can trade in the chain that you got for a belt, and I'll show you how to do that, and a belt will help you out a lot. So you're gonna go to Sabina, purchase Alexandrian items, Alexandrian part exchange 1, it's this first one for you, and then your belt is you're gonna want the prototype Alexandrian belt of Fending. Excellent. You ready?
Yes.
So you don't need to roll on those little bolts because the bolts aren't better, but hang on to that pedal because you might be able to get some new boots.
I have Gordian stuff too.
No, Gordian stuff is not better.
Yeah, sure isn't.
Yeah.
I wish I could sell it on the market board.
You can't. it's because it's.
I don't like us throwing things on the ground.
I know it's you can't sell stuff that it's raid stuff, because when they first came out, you could only get one of them at a time. It was like a weekly. It was like your weekly raids. You had to make sure you got one piece of to help make some gear as each week went by, so that you're not in the best stuff right away.
Yeah.
You can immediately get the Shire stuff, but I would wait.
Tombstone exchange. I have some tombstones.
Are your accessories all squared away?
Yeah.
2 rings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Save up. I would save your tombstones for a chess piece and stuff, because you don't do your dailies and whatnot. So I would legitimately hang on to them. We'll see what we can get with the Gordians, and then we'll fill in the blanks from there. Or not the Gordians, the Alexandrians. Because you don't do your roulettes and whatnot. So you're gonna be short. So you want to fill in what you can.
What do I do with the irregular tombstones of pageantry? Because every time we end a fight, it's like, oh, you're at the max of these tombstone things.
Of what?
Link. These?
Oh, those were for the event.
Oh.
You can't use. I hang on to those because I have a bunch on Akali. I had enough for another dog mount, and then it was like, can't get that because the event ended, and I was like, oh, I'll just pick it up later like you usually can do, and they didn't allow it to happen that time. So I was like, oh. So I'm hoping it fixes itself so I can get the mounts. But yeah, they were like, because you can always go back and you can buy the stuff that, like, even though the event ended and you can't collect them anymore, you can still, like, turn them in, and you couldn't for the most recent one, and it was very confusing.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was boofled. It was a very confusing situation. I am at max. I already have a Shire belt. Can you get your weapon? No, it would have to be... How do you get your weapon? Do they still make you do the thing 5,000? No, not there. Oh, here we go. You know what you can use your things on?
Wait.
On your augmented Shire axe. Because you're not gonna get a another chance at a weapon. So that is absolutely what you should augment.
Where do...
Oh, Primal, it's Shire Gear Exchange.
Ah.
And yours is the augmented Shire Boosh. I should also do that. Hey! And then you can glamour your ice axe right back over it.
Yeah, I just want to look at it though.
No, no problem. If you like that one better.
It is cool looking.
It is very cool looking.
Ah.
There we go.
Oh, I can't do it while waiting for it.
You can just wear the cool one for a little bit. Yeah, that was actually because we're not gonna get a. You're not gonna get an opportunity to get a better weapon. So that was actually if you had extra tomes. That'll help you a lot too. Weapons are huge. Huge stat boosts.
I'm able to apply glamour plates here. Oh, alright.
No, you can't. You gotta stick with it.
Okay.
Oh, someone, my co-healer has the ultimate Bahamut caster staff. I know, the Gabi Steampunk City is very good.
Giant Gabi.
He got chunky.
Executioning sword? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You enter. Nice.
Okay, so very important. Do not get hit. Like, stand on these edges.
Okay.
And do not hit the buttons.
Okay. What buttons?
Each button, there's little circles in the middle. They each do something. He will press them, and you need to kind of be aware of what they are doing. Like the middle one drops things on the ground. The third one, with the far back one, makes buzzsaws come out.
Oh
And the first one, if you step on it, turns all the floor into spikies. If you get targeted like that, you bring it as far back as you can until the line becomes purple, and then other people should stay out of that. turning force. Spiky. Oh no, he shoots spikes out. Sorry, that's
Oh,
my
I
fault.
see.
It's okay, you didn't get... so that's gonna be... Those balls are gonna drop down. Buzz... No, not Buzz. Get back over here. This is like Final Fantasy VII. If you remember that. Oh, fuck, I don't know what this does. Okay. Don't stand too close to it, cause just maximum distance, cause if you get stuck in that lava, you will die. I speak from experience, actually. I tried to be cheeky and arm's length it, and I simply died. Nice DPS. Buzzsaws, put yourself in between them, they're on the side.
Oh.
That's gonna be those balls, so stay away from the middle. Oh, nice shot.
No.
He's fine. He shows up in Rival Wings PvP matches.
Oh.
Alright. More foot pedals! So you don't need the... We can pass on the bolts. But you can get yourself a little foot pedal. And you should grab the lens too.
And I'll greet on the second pedal.
Yep. Did you get the pedal? Do you have two?
No.
You don't have two pedals?
No.
Oh, you needed
Let me
that
double
ped-
check.
I don't know if we'll get any more pedals. Excellent work, old friend. That platform is our shortcut to the heart of the machine. All seems quiet on our front. 7 hells, we've got company. I shouldn't have kneaded on that pedal. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I know we're not gonna get any more. I thought you would win one of them. So. There you are, Akali. We were met by a small welcoming party, but it was nothing we couldn't handle. Bangus and Wedge just contacted me as well, and they're headed here as we speak. Round rocks! So this is the Enigma Codex. And this must be the third and final core. 12, have mercy if you could see the volume of aether issuing from it. Yes, much sorely bright. Time wings can spread, travel to overtimes, make bad things good again. Could it be? Do we truly have the power to change the past? I could erase my mistakes. I could see him again. 3 years ago, Mide lost dear one. Mide wants dear one back, yes? Roundrocks helps Mide. Roundrocks, no. You must save your strength. Mide worries too much. Roundrocks is strong, Gobby. Uplanders hold on to brain cases. Time wings spread.
Roundrocks, no.
Seven hells! Has the girl gone mad? Stop this, Roundrocks! Stop, I say! Biggs, where are we and why is everything spinning? Biggs, Wedge, can you hear me? Roundrocks has engaged Alexander's time distortion mechanism. We're hurtling into the past. We're what? They didn't summon anything. We traveled back to the past. That's what happened. They never actually summoned anything. Biggs, over here! You're not going to believe this. What's Mina doing down there with those... Hold on, they're performing a summer ritual. Bugger me, we really are in the past. What in the seven hells? Someone's taking control of the Colossus. Hold tight, I think it's about to go berserk. Damn it all, this isn't right. We must abort the summoning quickly, Mide. The seal. No! Krishka, what is metal-making kitten doing? It would seem we are back in our own time. Past is made right, and we return to now times. Treasure hunters' friends die as it is writ, it as it must be. Uplanders serve quick things well today. Pshaw, Uplanders are not grasping meaning. Quick think breaks into itty-bitty pieces, fit for Uplanders' tiny brain cases. Time is flat, round shape. All things Uplanders and Gobbies did, are doing, and will do, doing happen over and over and over again, for all times. So when Midday and her friends attempted to summon Alexander 3 years ago, what they actually saw was us traveling back in time? But that's madness. Time is an endless circle. My failure, my pain, my suffering, it was all doomed to unfold like this from the very beginning? Let us away, quickly. Meaty, miss, hurry! No, nothing remains for me out there. My future, my past, my reason for being, it all ended before it ever began. Meaty! Meaty! Gobbies are good all the way around. Even the bad ones. Chief Yashtola and Round Rocks. Gods, I've never been so bloody glad to see you. I thought we'd never make it back in one. Wait, where's Meaty? Meaty stay behind in Giant of Whirlycogs, all because of Round Rocks. Round Rocks must go back in Giant of Whirlycogs and save Meaty. You leave that to us, child. Wedge, get Jessie on that link pearl and tell her to bring the Excelsior around. Though I don't much care for the answer, we finally know the truth behind the events of that day 3 years past. The Illuminati masterminded the massacre, and though some ungodly trick of time, 'twas us that brought them there to do the deed. And what about Meaty? The only thing keeping her going was that her beau's beloved soul lived on in that machine. But seeing what happened to the poor bastard... Aye, we witnessed the truth with our own eyes, sucked into the core of the Colossus to state the primal's appetite. If aught remains of him, it is no more than heat and light. Biggs has instructions for you from Sid. Quick Think says our future's already been writ, eh? And we're fighting a losing battle? Well, we've got a thing or two to say about that, don't we, Akali? Roundrox is safe with us, which means the Illuminati won't be turning back time on us anymore. And that's not all. Thanks to your efforts, we've got ourselves a straight path to the third and final core. Aye, the very heat of the Colossus. Put it out of action, and the whole thing will grind to a halt. Let's go, Akali. We'll show the Illuminati that the future's yet to be decided, and save Mide while we're at it. Ready?
Eee.
Are you eating? Your mouth
Yeah,
sounded.
I'm eating.
Your mouth sounded full of munchies.
How dare you call me out?
Live on stream. I thought we'd have a chance to talk to everybody, and we didn't. They kept walking away and teleporting us somewhere else. Do you like these time travel shenanigans?
I do.
You do?
Time is a very difficult thing to
It is.
do and think about.
It's difficult to do well, but I don't think they've done a bad job with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't sell them.
Damn, I really wish I could give you this foot pedal so you could get some boots. Did you win the lens?
I did.
Okay, so you need another foot pedal and another lens for a helmet that you cannot see upon your head. Your earrings look cute, though.